Hello and welcome back. I thought today we'd talk a little bit more about the ship and where we're at, and also the painting, and we might also do the secondary mast that hasn't been done yet. We've done the first one here and we still have to do the second one just here. Now, for me to go any further, I have explained through the video that this is a multicolored ship. And the reason why we haven't actually painted everything and put everything together is because I have to do the hull first, and also the colours have to go up and onto the structure itself, which is why I've left it all a little loose. So the plan is that once I mark out all the bottom and paint it, I can then carry on and take these sections off one at a time, mask them up and paint them as 3 individual pieces. So most of this top section has not been glued down. It's nearly almost finished. We're on the last page of the actual plugins itself. I just also wanted to point out that 2 videos ago we did this rear section and I didn't quite fit it. So this morning I fitted it to see how it goes. And that's it, pretty much fitted. It's just not glued down, of course, because we do have to remove it. But there, those rear legs there going through the actual superstructure itself through to the next level. And that will have to be painted separately, because as it goes through the underside under here, which is already painted, those legs also go through. So we'll just take that piece off. It was a good idea to leave that not glued in. Okay, so you're probably wondering how we're going to paint this. And let's just concentrate on this one here just for the moment, and I'll explain exactly what we're going to do. So we are going to undercoat the whole hull, the whole lot first, and even when we do the other structures on top that we're going to take off, we're going to undercoat pretty much every part. And then what we'll do is we'll work out roughly the sections here that have to be the light color. There's 3 colors here. So there's light, medium, and dark. And they're all 3 kinds of gray. At the moment, this is what I've chose for the light, the medium, and the gray. Light, medium, and gray. So there they are underneath. Now, just while I'm talking about the colours, on the plans, I'll just zoom in a bit and I just want to show you something. So let's take this section here. It says H61 plus H11. H61 on the plan is a light grey, and H11 is a white. So I actually think what they're doing here, because this plan is technically painted in the wrong color, because as I said, this is 3 different color grays and they have a white in here. Now, I did some research and came up with it was not white. So they are definitely gray, and I think what's happening here is it gives you 2 different options. So this is option A, if you like, H61 a light grey, or you can go the same as the picture here and go white. I'm going to try and stick with the original colours, which is the light grey, the medium grey, and the dark grey. So just moving along just a little bit. As I said, once we paint the hull through here, I can then transfer these colours up onto the superstructures themselves, take them off, remove them. There's an awful lot of masking to do on this ship, so I can paint the different sections. So what we'll do first, as I said before, we will paint all the light sections first. It's very easy to paint over light. And there's the mid section, and then the rear section itself is just here. The other thing to note is this also has multi-colours on top of the ship. So even here we have the dark, the medium and the light colour. Even the actual torrents themselves are dark, medium. It's also worth to note that over here we have 3 smaller guns on this side, and these are 2 of the light ones and 1 of the dark. Same on the other side, we have 1 of the light ones and 2 of the dark, so it's almost an opposite. These appear to be light. It would appear that the floor on the deck is the same colour as the dark colour. And I'm coming to that conclusion because regardless of the pictures or the numbers, this section here is, in this illustration, the dark colour, and this is the same colour from the illustration. So from that theory alone, we're going to say that the floors are going to be dark. Now this is going to be rather difficult to paint because the chances of actually painting the floors afterwards are going to be almost impossible. So we have to kind of paint, let's use this one, down on the structural areas to paint the dark floor. And then when we paint this, we're going to have to probably shoot the paint this way up against and away from the floor. We will definitely mark up the superstructure or tape it off as clean as possible, and so then we'll basically do all the white like that. So floor first up the top, then all the light colour. We'll then go through, remask up the hull and ship. We'll do the grey colour, the medium grey I'm going to call it, and then afterwards we'll remask the ship again to do the dark colours. Yes, I understand this is a lot of masking up, but I would like to keep this as close to this illustration as possible. It's close, but this is not perfect. I have another one here, which is another one I'm going off. So here I have another illustration of the ships in more of the correct colour. So again we have the light, the medium and the dark colour. I'm not too sure about this section here for the light and the medium. I do believe this section is correct, and same with the rear. Most pictures that I've seen, it is a very, very cut line between here and straight up of the distinctive, very different colours. So here you can very clearly see in the white, which we're going to call light grey, that it is almost a 90-degree painted on there. You won't see it on this plane, but what you will see is you'll see that white coming around on the other side back down towards the hull of the ship, and it will continue on through here, up, doesn't really separate, and come back down again. So coming back to this plane, as I stated before, you can't really see the very distinctive separation. As a matter of fact, this one even has a light grey in this section here, which I'm not sure is correct because the other plane does not have that. So what I'm trying to say is use a little bit of a wish and wash of both to kind of get what you're after. Things like the flue here, they are pretty much correct, you know, on both drawings. Top section here, fairly easy to do, and yeah, we'll just carry the dark grey through onto the cannons, and that's pretty much the plan of how I'm going to paint it, because I do have to start thinking about the painting because we are almost finished with the build. Anyway, that's the plan of how we're going to attack this. Okay, I had to cut in a little bit here. The video actually continued on. I sort of did two parts, but then changed my mind after and said, no, I'll do the next section in its own video. So, again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and have a better understanding of how I'm doing the painting. And I will see you on the next build. Thanks for watching. Bye.